Hello students, let's start with the next topic, that is evaporator. In the food industries, this is the most important unit which is been always been incorporated so that we can give proper taste as well as quality to the product. This unit is necessary in the liquid food industries. Evaporation is nothing but the operation used to remove the liquid from a solution, suspension or emulsion by boiling up some of the liquid. In short, we can call this particular process as thermal separation or thermal concentration. The evaporation process as one that starts with the liquid product and ends at the liquid, which is most concentrated but still liquid and still pumpable concentrate as the main product from the process. There are actually few instances where the evaporated volatile component is the main product. There are three main types of evaporator. First, it's a falling film evaporator. Second, rising film evaporator. And third, multiple effect evaporator. Now, when we consider evaporator as a unit, it is always been accompanied with the another unit called as concentrator or condensate. The evaporator has certain tubes or metallic pipes which have been incorporated inside a casing of a evaporator. In this, the one point will be a feeding point while the another point will be connected to the condenser. When the material or the juice or any liquid product is fed from the top, it moves downward. Now, in the way, we will be connecting it with the steam unit so that the heating will be carried out by particular steam unit. As soon as we have been heating the material, it will completely evaporate the material. The vapors will then move downward and will enter inside the condenser. Now inside the condenser, the vapors which has been entered will be cooled. As soon as the vapors are been cooled, it will get converted into liquid and that concentrated liquid will be collected at the bottom of the condenser. While whatever the water vapors which are been present in the liquid vapors, those will be removed from the top from the condenser unit. Now whatever the product which we have collected at the bottom of the condenser will be a concentrated product. The advantages of the falling film evaporator. Because of obtaining good heat transfer, the method being especially used or useful with the liquids that are too viscous to be processed in the units in which the film is formed naturally. Its major disadvantage is the potential instability of the falling film expense to the manufacturer and install the instrument is high. It is difficult to clean and maintain. Next evaporator is the rising film evaporator. Now in the falling film evaporator we were feeding the material or the juice from the top, while in the rising film evaporator we will feed the material from the bottom. The construction detail will be same as that of the falling film evaporator, that in the casing it will be having certain metallic pipes which will be connected to the feeding unit. It will be having a steam unit or the heating unit at this side. Also, the condenser will be connected to the top of the evaporator. Now, when the feeding is done from the bottom, it will move upward. As soon as the feed will enter inside the metallic tube, the heating unit will heat the material that will convert the liquid into vapors. Now these vapors will then enter inside the condenser unit. In the condenser unit, these vapors will get cool. As soon as it is been getting cool, the liquid will be collected at the bottom and the water vapors will be removed from the top. This rising film evaporator is also called as single effect evaporator. You can see the diagram over here of single effect evaporator, in which the heat is being shown by the red arrows, while the yellow arrow shows the raw juice which is being fed from the bottom. The orange color arrow shows the concentrated juice collected at the bottom, while the gray color arrow shows the water vapors which are present in the juice which have been removed from the top of the condenser. Next is multiple effect evaporator. It is used for steam economy. In any evaporation operation, the major process cost is the steam consumed. Therefore, methods of reducing steam consumption, of increasing economy, defined as the mass of vapor produced per unit mass of the steam consumed, are very important. Now, when we consider the multiple effect evaporator, there are several single effect evaporator connected in the series. You can see, if we see the first part of the evaporator, it will be having the same units or the same components as that of the single effect evaporator. Now these single effect evaporators have been connected in series together. It has been achieved so that we can get the most concentrated material or most concentrated juice at the as an end product. You can see in the picture that three single effect evaporators are connected together. We'll be going to feed the material or the raw juice from the bottom, while the concentrated product will be feed of the next component. These are the advantages of the multiple effect evaporator. Suitable for the large scale and for continuous operation, highly economical when compared to the single effect. Multiple effects or stages are now used to minimize the energy input required to evaporate or boil off undesirable water content. Thank you.